I will open the floor right now on what type of finals you think this is going to be, having seen Toronto beat the Bucks 4 straight, and obviously the Warriors minus Durant for at least the first game, perhaps longer. What do you see between these two teams, Jeff?
Well, I think it's going to be. I think Toronto's got a great chance to win it with or without Durant. I think they have 3 huge factors going in their favor going into Game 1. Home court advantage, the health of their team. And it's not just Durant; it's Cousins, it's Iguodala, and then also they have rhythm coming in. They've been challenged more in these playoffs. They're in a normal sort of rest and play ratio versus Golden State, who's had so many days off in a row, and it's impossible to keep your rhythm as an NBA team when you've been off as long as Golden State has been. Now, they have the rest advantage, but I think in Game 1, they're going to face a challenge of rhythm that I don't think will impact Toronto.
And in terms of what Nick Nurse could be crafting in the same way that he and his staff were able to craft something for Giannis, what do you think that they're most concerned about going into this series and coming up with a plan best they can to stop?
Well, I think, Curry and Thompson put such pressure on you in ways that most NBA players don't, in that obviously we know about their great shooting, but it's their movement without the basketball, how they are relentless running to open spaces, using screens off the ball. And so I think Nick Nurse and his staff's number one decision is, how much switching do we want to do off the ball? People equate switching with being the panacea to good defense, and it's not. It may be easier at times, but it's not necessarily better. I think Nick Nurse has to decide what's best for his group. Do they do what they've done all year, or are the Warriors so good that they have to do stuff dramatically different? I think he'll probably err on doing what they've done all year, and I'm going to be interested to see how each coaching decision impacts the next coaching decision. So if you're going to switch more, Rich, matchups mean less, because the more you switch, the more the original matchup means nothing. And I think the one thing Toronto has going for them is they're a highly defensive-oriented group who has terrific individual defenders, and they're going to have to play excellent one-on-one defense in this series.
Well, I mean, if you want to talk about excellent one-on-one defenders or excellent defenders, obviously, you could start a conversation with the entire NBA with Kawhi Leonard. Where would you deploy him, Jeff Van Gundy, if you were coaching this Raptors team? On who would you place Kawhi?
I would like him to be on Draymond Green, and that can hopefully negate the Curry Green pick and roll that often leads to Green getting the ball in space and having a 4-on-3 type decision to make, and he's outstanding at that. If you put Leonard on Green, you can switch the pick and roll, and Leonard can guard Curry effectively. And then Lowry's so strong and so tough that, Green's not going to bully him. You don't worry about Green rolling you into the post or anything like that. The one thing you can't allow is Green to catch the ball in space with a numerical advantage.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live, or download the Rich Eisen Show app.